Hello and welcome to our podcast, The Audacity of Adulting. I'm your host, Lynn.
And I'm your host, Jaira.
And today we'll be talking about social media pressures and the toll it can take on your mental health.
Yep. And of course, we're always going to be sipping on something good. And today we have some homemade smoothies for our episode. So this is with frozen banana, spinach, kale, mango juice, pineapple, and oat milk. Very healthy.
Yeah,
Actually, you.
I guess, yeah, I love green smoothies. Like, even when I buy a smoothie, because smoothies are so expensive when you, buy it outside. But even when I buy a smoothie, I usually get green smoothies. So I thought we would make one for health today. So cheers.
Cheers. Let's try it. I'm kind of scared.
Okay, so this is not the way I regularly do it. I bought a mix this time, and the kale and spinach was a little strong.
It tastes like the ocean. It tastes like seaweed.
It does taste like seaweed. Oh my
Is there
god,
seaweed in here?
it tastes like kelp.
It literally tastes like seaweed. Like, you know how you go to the beach and you just smell the seaweed? It's literally that blended in
I
here.
literally put it all in a blender. I added a bit of mango juice, water, and oat milk, unsweetened oat milk. And I didn't really try it. After that, I poured it into glasses, and that's that.
Well, this is a way to get your greens in for the day.
I mean, it's not that bad. It's drinkable. It's just not that enjoyable.
The flavors are melting on my tongue. So as Lynn was saying, we are talking about social media pressures and the toll it takes on your mental health. I think we can all agree that social media, there's this image for social media that you have to be portraying yourself as like happy and posting all these happy things. And I think
Life transitions on
and like the stages
anything that you succeed in.
Yeah, and the stage in life that you're in, seeing that you can easily compare your life to how other people are posting things, and it just makes you want to go down a rabbit hole of self-loathe and that bad side of comparing your life to another person's life.
And it also brings out the worst in you, because not only do you feel that green vibe of jealousy or envy in a person's life, but it also makes you hate yourself or be really hard on yourself that you haven't achieved the same things that, that person or that person achieved. So I, for one, or between us, I guess, I'm more active on social media.
Yeah.
I actually keep a platform of, sharing recipes, DIY projects, and home decor that I do. I go through seasons where I'm just, go, posting a bunch on social media, being active, sharing my life and commenting on other people's life from posts that I've seen, like my friends having kids and buying houses and getting married, getting engaged. And, of course, even though I live kind of a semi-traditional life where, I went to college, got married to my high school sweetheart, now living together and all that stuff, there's still those times where I look on social media and think, wow, like that person is so successful. Why didn't I do that? Or, why am I at this place when that person is at that place? And it does take a toll on on my mental health, because I just go down this rabbit hole of not being good enough and just putting a lot of pressure on myself, thinking that I should have been able to do this because that person did it.
Yeah.
It's hard because with social media, everybody shows off the best parts of their life. Right? Nobody shows the bad things. Nobody shares, or I guess some people do, but not a lot of people share the everyday, not so glamorous things that happen in your life. So when you do end up scrolling, and let's say, one day you had a not that great day at work, it was a hard day, you go on social media, every post is engagement, baby, marriage, promotion, whatever it may be. And with you feeling already at a bad place, it obviously just brings you down more.
I can relate to that, comparing my life to, for example, you're married And a lot of people our age are starting to get married and, you know, being with their significant other. And it's like, I'm not in that same position. It just makes me feel like, am I doing something wrong? You know?
Yeah.
But when I'm not, but it just makes you think like, why isn't my life like that? And it's just bad to think about.
Yeah, and even the most confident people have their days where it's just not it for them, where, you know, one thing goes wrong and it's just a lot of things turmoil and go wrong as well. And I totally understand that, because there are times where I'm just not feeling myself. I go on social media and I see all of these things and it just makes me feel a lot worse. It takes a few days to get out of it too. Because life is so hard already. Like, that is what our podcast is about. The audacity of adulting.
Yeah, adulting is so...
Yeah, because, you know, once you get out of high school, and it's crazy because it's just like, you know, 20 years of your life, you're already expected to pay bills, to act a certain way, to be able to achieve all of these things in life at such a young age. And when you're not there, or when you're not sure, it's just the hardest thing, having to be compared. And it goes to show with family as well. Like, you know, like you were saying, when you meet a bunch of cousins or family members and people are at different levels and, you know, their parents are showing them off or saying all their accomplishments.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, shit, like...
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, what am I doing? Why am I not there? Like, obviously, the people who have their lives settled or figured out are favorited more, talked about more, glamorized. So it does take a toll on your mental health, and it brings you to a place where you just kind of self-hate.
Yeah, I think everyone can relate to that being compared to someone else. Yeah, in our culture, it's like you're compared to your other cousins. For example, I sometimes get compared to you because you have your life, like you got a house, you're married.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No way. People hate me. My family hates me.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's like...
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You said shit about me
No.
in high school.
I don't know if I should say my dad. He's like, oh, why you don't have a house? Like, well, not
Really?
like why you don't have a house, but like, oh,
No
Lynette's
way.
working,
Well,
she
I'm
has a
his
job.
pet. He calls me his...
What?
Remember?
No. Oh yeah, I think you said
wait,
something.
okay, I gotta say this story. But when this is off topic a little bit, but when Jaira's dad first met my husband Lawrence at a party many years ago,
yeah.
like 9 or 8 years
Something
ago,
like
yeah, when I first introduced him, Jaira's dad looked at Lawrence and was like, "Take care of my pet." I don't even know.
I
where
think he
that
was
came
drunk.
from. Yeah, he was really drunk, but it was so funny. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, social media.
Yeah, I mean, no, it goes like I actually got compared to you a lot too, because I mean, not social media, like, but I would wear whatever clothing and just like short shorts or whatever, and they'd be like, "Oh my, wearing short shorts? Look at Jared's outfit, it's nice," and it's like, yo, it's fucking
my outfits are
hot.
ugly, bro.
It's 30 degrees outside. What do you mean?
Yeah.
But now, you know, back in the day, you didn't have to post those pictures online. So you wouldn't see that flack or those things on social media. And it was already hard enough.
Yeah.
But given the time and age, now people are showing their luxury handbags, their trips to Hawaii or the Maldives, their latest job promotions, their life in the world of a
Like
tech career, you know, having a new baby, getting married and having this like luxurious party. So it's so much harder to see, because before you'd have to talk to somebody,
Yeah.
right? You'd have to talk to somebody to get to know what's up in their lives. But now it's like you see every single person, or you could see every single person's life, from people you went to high school with to high school. From people you went to high school with, college, work, whatever. And even though, like, you know, ignorance is bliss to me sometimes, you're seeing that, right? Unless you like unfollow them, block them or whatever, you're seeing it, and you don't really have the balls to block people that you went to high school with. I don't.
Yeah.
I just keep them on, of course.
Yeah.
I do like to see what's up in their lives, but it's also that comparison thing where it's like you see somebody have a new baby and it's like, but I should have a baby by now, right? You know, I like it now though, because I think people are showing more of their real lives. I think it was so much harder
Yeah.
like 2 years ago, pre-pandemic, where people are still very taboo about a lot of subjects.
Yeah, about being sad.
Yeah, about being sad, about mental health, about, you know, a lot of serious topics, but now people are bringing it up. So there's more of that factor where you feel more okay to be at the place where you're at. There are still times where you look and see people's successes and you think that should be me. But then, you know, a few minutes later, you're like, wait, I love my life. I'm doing
Yeah.
well. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm working. I have a
Yeah,
roof over
I'm
my
alive
head.
and well.
Yeah, so there's really no need to compare. But again, it's just a lot of pressure. And, you know, if I could give any advice to anybody, it's just don't be afraid to take some time off. You really don't owe anyone anything. Like, I think like the bottom line is do things that make you happy. Life is too short. And there's really no need to do things that you just don't want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I learned that the hard way. I kept pushing out videos and content because I was like, you know, I really need to get this video posted on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, well, that's just burning me out. That's draining me out. I don't need to. There's really no need. And if people really wanted to see what's up in my life, they would just wait or like, you know, just wait until I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing too. Like, I'm literally just posting what I want and putting out the content that I want rather than trying to make myself look like, oh, I'm doing this, I have this. I'm just like I'm just doing what I want to do. So, and doing what I want that makes me happy.
Yep, I 100% agree. I wish there was kind of like a way to get more. No, I guess you can't really, but I was going to say, like, I wish there was a way to get more people to talk about like their everyday life, which I think people are doing now, especially
Yeah.
with TikTok. People are vlogging like
And they're
every
speaking their
little-
mind.
Yeah, every little part of their days, and they're speaking their minds. So that's really nice because you can find more people that are relatable to you.
Yeah. And I want to add to that too. People now on social media, especially TikTok, they're literally just being themselves.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing. Like, I saw this one TikTok where they were saying the stuff that you're posting should be the stuff that you or the person that you were when you were 14. And how, like, you're like crazy, wild, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And how you're just talking to your 14-year-old self. And that's the content that I like seeing, where people are just speaking their minds and like asking questions, and then people are relating to that person. And it's just like, it's refreshing to see someone be so authentic and genuine about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. So like people are posting like the person you needed to see when you were 14.
Yeah, that's what that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that.
Oh, I love that. That's really cute. I gotta go find myself some videos like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that social media is really evolving, which is really nice. People are being more open, talking about more topics. Hopefully, cancel culture is gonna be left behind because I think we were all stupid at one point. And as long as you're making active moves and actions to change and become a better person, then I don't necessarily think that every single person in the world needs to be canceled.
Yeah, and cancel culture, like, the stupidest things are being canceled for too. Like, I don't know, that just needs to be refined, like,
Yeah.
not into cancel culture, because I don't know.
I mean, that cuts into like the social media pressure too, right? Like people are so afraid of,
Speaking their mind.
yeah, speaking their minds and like having something found years later and then being dug up and talked about again. So
Yeah.
people are just trying to stay away from that and just post all of these awesome things that happen in their lives. And it's just, yeah, a lot of pressure. So I really love the way social media is going, and I hope that it continues for sure.
Yeah. So what I would want to see change for social media is that people aren't afraid to post what they want to, and not to, I mean, this is like for people, like, personally, not to compare yourself to another person's life, obviously, just so you protect your mental health. And if you do start seeing that you're starting to compare yourself to another person, to maybe take a social media break, that would be a good thing too. But I do want to see people be more themselves And I want people to express themselves the way that they want to express themselves, because there's freedom of speech is like important, and we shouldn't be bashing another person's opinion or how the way that they think just because they think a different way than you.
Yeah,
We just have to have that respect for other people as well.
For me, what I'd like to see change is that I think that breaks should be more acceptable. I find that posting content is very stressful, and it's a lot of work to basically post something out. And when people are just on all the time, they burn out. And it sucks that when a creator wants to take a break, or like somebody wants to take a break off socials, and they're people immediately are like, well, I'm unfollowing because you haven't been posting, or your content's changed, so I'm leaving, like stating that. So I think that we should be more open to people changing.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
Like,
important too.
Yeah, like we change every single day, and if you're not changing, then you're not learning and you're not growing. And that sucks, to be in the same mindset and the same place that you were last year.
Yeah.
Right? So I would hope that people are more open to people taking breaks and being more like lenient towards that and supporting it, because right now there isn't a lot of support for people like that. People think that, oh, because you're a creator, or because you're so active on social media, like you should keep going. Right, but sometimes you just need to take a break and take a step back, like you were saying, and it'll be nice to have that more accepted in the world, so that people feel more open to doing that before they burn out or before they're in a bad place mentally.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for watching / listening to our podcast. If you're on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, thank you so much. All our social media links are down below. Jaira's and I's are also down below. And she recently started a new vlogging channel, Jaira Vids, or not new, but she's bringing it up again.
Yeah.
So be sure to check out her vlogs down below. My social media platforms are who knows, so I have no updates for you at this moment, but hopefully I'll be going back to posting and everything. So yeah, make sure to follow all our social media links down below, and cheers to seaweed smoothies and also lessening the social media pressures in the world.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye guys, thanks again.
See y'all.